release of BioWare's much anticipated Iron Man meets Destiny love child Anthem, many players are eager to slide into their very own freelancer supersuit, complete with cool clicky metal bits and that off-yellow padding stuff that I'm sure smells like the inside of a ski glove. If you're like me and thought you'd be able to jump into Anthem and get a really versatile experience, swapping out suits on a whim, that ain't gonna happen. With only one Javelin unlock available to you for the first 6 or so hours of gameplay, and no option to repick even if you restart the game, you're gonna want to make sure that
you have chosen wisely.
With new unlocks available at levels 8, 16 and 26, it's a much more regimented experience than expected. Thankfully, they're all fun to play, so there's no bad choices, just wrong ones. Let's make sure that doesn't happen for you. Ah, the good old Ranger. This is the jack of all trades, Goldilocks of the Javelin arsenal. Not too fast, not too slow, not too strong, but not too weak. It's just right, in a kind of boring, predictable, but undeniably effective way. If copyright law didn't exist, BioWare would have just come out and called this one Iron Man. Shooting a spark beam, pulse blasts, and heat-seeking missiles from his arms, the Ranger also keeps mobs in check with a range of tactical grenades. And when the going gets tough, it can deploy a bubble shield for you and your allies to hide in, or alternatively, an offensive bubble can boost weapon damage for all. And for that perfect bowl of lukewarm, porridgey destruction, its ultimate will fill the skies and rain down homing missiles, which is never unsatisfying. Pick this Javelin if you need the vanilla experience and always choose the default character. There's not a lot to learn here, so you'll be kicking butt straight out of the gates. Ah, the good old Colossus. This is the big daddy of the bunch, the Papa Bear, the big prawn, El Mucho Grande. You get the picture, it's the tank. Built for getting in there and soaking up damage like a giant masochistic metal sponge. Wielding an enormous shield allows the Big C to absorb huge amounts of damage, useful when comboed with the ability to aggro surrounding enemies and draw attacks away from your teammates. Output damage comes in the form of multi-target missile barrages, artillery, flame and acid attacks, and the Colossus is the only Javelin strong enough to carry heavy weapons. Finally, when you gotta show 'em who's boss, your ultimate siege cannon attack is perfect for some well-timed area denial, wave clearing, and massive pain delivery during boss fights. Pick this Javelin if you thrive being on the front lines and leaving a heavy trail of destruction in your wake. Ah, the good old Storm. This one's for all you wizards, wiccans, mages, and spellcasters out there. It may be a little thin-skinned, but this agile Javelin with its extended flight time and ranged attacks is perfect for standing back and calling the shots. Complete with a flowing and fabulous cape, the Storm gets a shield buff while hovering above the battle and can unleash waves of powerful elemental area of effect attacks, freezing, flaming, and electrifying targets from up on high. Many of these moves can also be used to set up combo damage when combined with the correct allied attacks, a mechanic applicable to all Javelins but is easiest to get to grips with from a bird's eye perspective. Support abilities include a quickening field that reduces the cooldown time of abilities for both you and your allies, and when you need a bit of protection, chuck up a handy wind wall of air to protect you. Wind! Thanks, Air. Storm's ultimate is the perfect devastating move to save for a rainy day, calling down multiple massive targeted elemental blasts that will leave any crowd or boss wishing they brought an umbrella. Pick this Javelin if you're a team player, because you're going to be setting up the pins for your heavy hitters to knock down. Or if you just want to be the fanciest freelancer on the battlefield. Ah, the good old Interceptor. If you're more of a slicey-dicey rather than shooty-tooty type, then this is the one for you. It's the fastest and most nimble of the Javelins, designed for getting up close and personal, then getting back out again before anyone knows what hit him. It's got a stylish triple jump and triple dash, both perfect for zipping around the battlefield, and you'll never be short of tactical options thanks to an arsenal of elemental shurikens, mines, acid sprays, and a hauntingly effective Wraith Strike, which sends a ghostly projection forward to strike and spook. And when you just really want to tear some shit up, your ultimate Assassin's Blades will fling you bouncing between foes like an Arkham game, while multiplying damage as each attack repeats as an echo. Great for carving into super buff bosses, just make sure to get out of there before they notice. Pick this Javelin if you love being in amongst the action, and you want to feel like the coolest kid on the block slicing watermelons in your backyard with a samurai sword you bought off eBay. I never did that, I promise. So there you have it, fresh off-the-line supersuits at your disposal. Hopefully now you have enough information to guide you in the right direction for your playstyle, because again, once you choose a Javelin, you're going to be sweating it up in that thing for the next 6 hours.
Kinda hot in these Javelins.